Hello and welcome to another video. This will be the first part of a tutorial for Zako's in development version. The current snapshot is 85, though I'm currently working on snapshot 86. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, you'd think, is you do the help command. But you don't want to do that because it lists all of the commands in alphabetical order. You don't want to do that though. You want to do CMD, and that'll sort them into categories. A good place to start is the core category, which we'll be covering in this video. So, there are 10 commands in the core category. I suppose we shall start at the top and work our way down. Ping. It does what you expect. If you think the bot is lagging or caught in a loop, you do that and you should get a response unless something's wrong. If something is wrong, DM me on Discord and I shall sort it. Echo. It literally repeats what you type in. There is also echo format, which can also go by echo F, which allows you to put in formatting, which we might cover later, including emojis, but there's other things it can do as well. Speaking of emojis, Zako will allow you to use all of the emojis it can see. Right now it can see all of these from all the servers it's on, and it grabs emojis when it restarts. As you can see here, this is where it grabbed all these emojis. And there are no emojis on this server, but I can just do... that. What else? There. I can use all of these emojis. I can even use animated ones like this one. It does this using Discord's webhook function. Now the next command that we should look at is joined. It is also a pretty simple command. Let's look at... Okay, I think I should be able to do this. I'll tell when a certain user has joined the server. The next one, and this is possibly the more interesting of the ones here, is now. And it'll show you what time it is in all these time zones. Zako doesn't know about the fact that daylight savings time changes. Right now it's December, so DST is off in the northern hemisphere. So this should actually be -6. By the time this video goes out, this should be fixed. And I'll try to fix this as well, because it's supposed to show the current time according to your computer. I'll get that fixed as well. Invite, it does what you expect. Again, and I'll be leaving this link in the description of this video if you want to mess around with Zako yourself. Next is changelog. Changelog shows you the file I just pulled up, but since that file is very long, it indexes it. So if you want to see the changelog for the first snapshot, let's say, that's what that is. And you can access most but not all updates going back to early 2018. Now the next one we shall go look at is embed. This is another one of the more interesting ones because there's some customizability to it. And there's a special tag here. I think you should be able to put these on individual lines. Now this doesn't look great, and I might rework this in the future, but this gives you the ability to create custom embeds of whatever you want. You can change the color, you just can't change the field names, or attach images or anything like that, but that will be something to work on another time. And finally, report. Now this is very important to me, because it'll allow you to report bugs and request features, and it goes into a little file that I can look at. I do often look at it. Whenever I encounter a bug, when I'm not in the mood to code, I will use this myself. And of course, anyone can read reports. You can of course read individual ones, or you could read whole pages. I can go over another category, and that would be tools, which has some useful things. Calc. calculator function. What do you think this does? You can type equations. You can calculate things. Something you probably want to know about when preparing to use calc is expl notation. There is a data structure that Zako uses that's equivalent to breaking infinity called expl, and it has all of these notations in it that can be accessed by, say I want Ilian's shorthand. That's one of my two favorite ones. Don't at me. I can just set it like that, and then if I do this calculation I did before, it changes how the number is displayed. Instead of being 1e4, it is 10k. And as with most breaking infinity things, you can make pretty stupid numbers. Like I can do repeated exponentiation, create a big freaking number. The available operations for this command are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, modular division, exponent, log to arbitrary base, natural log, log 10. Big E and big K. We also have the variables phi, e, pi, and tau. Ceiling division and root were intended to work for this, but were never fixed. They do not work. I will look into it after this video is up, but no promises. So that's the calculator function. Now what's temp calc? Is that the temporary calculator function? No. That is the temperature calculation. It converts to all of these different scales. You can put a scale in the input. The boiling point of water is 212 Fahrenheit. Well, what's that? So that's 100 Celsius, 373.15 Kelvin, 0 decibel, 33 newtons, 671.67 Rankine, 80 Raumer, 60 Romer, 10,180 Eurist, 5.152 sextillionth of a joule, and that's joule point energy, because kelvins can be converted to joules, but it's not pretty, because joules are supposed to be a volumetric energy, while temperatures are a point energy. And then we get 32.156 thousandths of an electron volt. And you'll notice here we got a periodic table that shows what state that each element should be in. Phosphorus is a liquid, for example. Gallium's a liquid at this temperature. But we don't just have the melting points and boiling points of all the elements. At some point, elements become plasma. We got cesium and rubidium here being plasma, and apparently unbionium and unbibium as well. Alright, see y'all next time, and I'll talk about profile, files, and econ. See y'all then.